What's up, y'all? What's up, Facebook? What's up, IG? Ain't no music day. I'm finna tell y'all some shit and get off. What's up, Reggie? Wow, don't wait. What's up, bro? Listen, so I'm finna share some shit with y'all, right? And I'm gonna be quick. I ain't gonna be on here long. Y'all see I ain't got no water. So I ain't gonna even be on here long, but I'm gonna get right to the point, right? And this is definitely a video if you got somebody you care about and you want to see them do better, you know, this is definitely a video that you may want to tag them in. It's up to you though. Y'all know how I am. Don't get your friends, relatives, family members, etc. cussed out. But listen, I want to share this with y'all, right? It's a wave of people that want success with relationships and success with life, but they feel like they deserve it without the work, right? Watch a lot of shit that's going on, especially with the internet. You see a lot of stuff and you feel like, hey, inside, I'm a good person. I deserve that type of lifestyle. Or I deserve that kind of happiness, or I want that kind of money, or I want that type of success. And this goes on anywhere. I don't care what your lifestyle is. This happens even for, you know, middle class, upper class. There are people, and now it's becoming more and more common, where they want success, be it with relationships, friendships, business, and money, without actually putting in the work, changing anything about their habits, becoming more disciplined. Like, this is what's going on. Even in the streets, you got people that they want to be the man, they want to be the plug without ever actually having to do anything. They would just want to see a nigga die or somebody go through something to where they can come in and take that particular spot based on what they feel like they deserve. Relationships, it's people that just, I want to see her out the picture just so I can get what they got, or I want to see him leave her alone so I can be able to fuck with her and just have this whole successful relationship however I feel like success looks, right? Bullshit. Not realistic. Part of the reason why so many people that can't manage their emotions, part of the reason why you see so many videos, whether it's at work or out in the world, where people are just losing their shit emotionally based on feeling like things should be going a certain way, right? So I said all that to say this. It's a lot of stuff that people need to be real with themselves that they cannot afford anymore in order to actually become more successful. And I know when I use the term afford, a lot of y'all, your mindset goes straight to money, which I've been said a long time ago. A bitch need to act their wage, right? But I'm gonna break this shit down. It's some of y'all, you cannot afford to react anymore. There needs to be nothing but responses, right? Say that again. There are a lot of y'all, reactions, you can't afford them no more. Reactions usually come from an emotional space. They come from a in the moment, here is how I'm feeling, so this is what the fuck happened based on what was going on in that moment. A lot of y'all can't afford it anymore. Either based on how your situation look, based on what you've been through, or based on what you want for yourself moving forward. You can't afford to react anymore. It needs to be responses. Responses that have been processed in your mind to where you've evaluated what I feel versus what is actually going on. This is when we get into management of emotions. When y'all see me do a zoom on that again, you actually need to get in it. Next thing is, a lot of y'all, you can't afford anymore to waste time. Can't afford it. Can't afford it. If we're going to use the analogy with money, you know how you go to the store, you got $40, something costs $75, bitch, you can't afford it. Some of y'all, based on what you've been through, how many kids you got, how your bank account look, the emergency savings you don't got, how your credit score look, how you've went and been through so many relationships where none of them have turned out right, you can't afford to waste the type of time that your ass been wasting. This ain't got nothing to do with what somebody else telling y'all. This is you tallying up and evaluating yourself and realizing, bitch, I can't afford to spend my time like this no more. Some of y'all, you can't afford to spend your time, your weekends in the club no more. Some of y'all, you can't afford to spend most of your free time scrolling the web, watching other people's social pages and shit like that. Some of y'all, you cannot afford to spend your time the way you've been spending it any longer. Next thing is, A lot of y'all, you can't afford to love the way you've been loving. You can't. I know a lot of y'all, you tell yourselves, I'm a good person. I care about people. You know, I'm loyal. I love. Some of y'all, you can't afford to pass out no more loyalty. Your definition of loyalty already is stupidity anyway, but call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. You can't afford to give no more out, bitch. You cannot. The love that you've been giving out in the past, you can't afford to give no more of that. You got to love differently, bitch. You gonna have to change your love language, ho. Like, nigga, you gonna have to go evaluate how the fuck you loving these bitches that you choosing to pursue. You're gonna have to make some changes because you can't afford to keep moving the way you've been moving with love, with your love languages, with your languages, with your affection, with your care, with your loyalty. You can't afford it no more. You don't got it, bitch. You well to the end of your fucking time, your purse, how much you got. It's getting to the end, bitch. I don't know no other way to say it. It's time to really grow up and understand I got to love differently. It got to come with some maturity. I need to practice 8 dates, ho. I really got to take my time and get to know a person first. Some of y'all, what you end up paying for the lessons you learned in life in the end, you better off paying in money up front. I seen a few of y'all, you arguing on my page under my video I posted the other day about 8 dates. So y'all know my concept with 8 dates. This go for male or female. When you feeling like taking somebody serious, you actually need to spend at least 8 dates, 8 different units of time, actually experiencing life with this person. Not going to Applebee's, sitting up, talking and asking each other questions about their past for 2 hours, but actually going out, getting involved so you can see things about the person's character that they wouldn't necessarily tell you. And some of y'all dudes, you got on there talking about who gonna pay for the date. Some of y'all females got on there arguing with them, but in all reality, some of y'all niggas, some of y'all niggas, if you would have took on 8 dates where it costed you maybe $150, $80, maybe even a little more each date, you'd have came out better than the lifetime worth of heartache you finna go through with the bitch keeping your kids from you and ruining your life as far as telling everybody negative stuff about you, how y'all can't see eye to eye, all the fuck shit. You paid way more than 8 dates, my nigga, but you so tight with that wallet, your ass don't understand you paid way more than that in the end. Some of y'all, you want to get to the fucking real quick. Cool, that's why you ended up with a kid with somebody you don't know. You should have went on them 8 dates. Some of y'all females, you better off actually paying for the 8 dates just to get an idea of what the fuck this nigga really about. You worry about whether he gonna pay for the dates or not. Cost your ass 18 years of some bullshit. It's tough being a single mama, ain't it? Nigga ain't listening to you, don't give a fuck about that kid, don't care nothing about what you're saying. You done told social media 72 times he won't help with the kid, you gonna put him on child support. He don't give a fuck. You might have would have came out less in the hole if you would have just paid for the 8 days and got to know, bitch, you can't afford to love the same. Some shit got to change. Like, at some point, you got to get mature about the shit that's going on in your life. Like, you got to really start moving different. You can't afford to react no more. I actually got to think and respond, process my emotions, expand my vocabulary on what I know I'm feeling. I can't be wasting my time around here worrying about stuff that ain't valuable. I actually got to change how I'm loving and how I'm caring for people because I ain't getting that shit in return. Another thing that y'all cannot afford is to keep going off of what you want versus what the fuck you need based on how your life's set up. It's a lot of y'all, you chase your wants every day and you neglect your necessities. So it's a lot of y'all, it look good, but when it come down to what the fuck really going on, it don't actually match up. This is why a lot of y'all, you don't understand the value of actually having your basics together and actually pursuing, doing business with, starting companies, networking, and you know, just having relations with people that they match you with your basics. This is normal shit. Y'all done convinced y'allself, well, you gonna have to help somebody sometime. It's all right if she ain't got no car. It's all right if he ain't got no job. It's all right if he running from pillar to post, don't got nowhere to stay. It's all right if they ain't organized how to take care of their kids. Everybody need love and affection. And this is when the fuck y'all get drugged, because what you're supposed to understand is people need time to get their basics under them as an adult first before you start trying to ask them to care about you the right way, do business with you the right way, network with you the right way, communicate with you the right way, respect you the right way. It's so many of y'all, you wreck out based on trying to get respect out of somebody else towards you that they don't even give themselves. If a bitch don't respect and value themselves enough to understand as a grown adult, it ain't got to be no nice transportation, but I'm responsible for my own transportation. It ain't got to be the best food in the world, but I'm responsible for feeding me and mine. My responsibilities I created. It ain't got to be the nicest house, but I'm responsible for having some sort of consistent, stable dwelling to live in. It ain't got to be the most money, but I'm responsible for bringing in some sort of revenue to cover my basics. Y'all be with people that they don't even value themselves enough first to get this under control before mixing with y'all. And this is why the fuck you find yourself in a space where you actually cannot afford the shit you going through. This is when you realize my mental is off, because the stuff I got going on, I really ain't even supposed to be going through it. Then y'all get religious and you tell yourself, he ain't gonna put more on me than I can bear. I guess this how it was supposed to be. He ain't want me to have. It's always he. Half the shit y'all motherfuckers going through, the Lord ain't got a fuck thing to do with it. It's you. It's your decisions, your choices, the way you waste your time, the way you don't educate yourself, the way you playing with yourself out here, not understanding the country we live in is a fucking business. It requires strategy to actually be successful. People will use you to fuck up if you don't have boundaries and self-esteem and allow a person to earn you. If you don't have value in what you need and get that shit under control yourself and find your happy space before chasing it in a nigga or a bitch, you will find yourself well underwater. Meaning your mind ain't gonna feel right even though it look like you doing all right. Some of y'all, it's a lot of shit you can't afford no more. And a lot of y'all, you stuck in that mentality where you really believe you deserve success without the work, and that does not make sense. You want a whole bunch of money, but you actually don't want to put in no actual, y'all don't want to educate yourself to know more, to strategize, yet you want to be able to get money and have a lifestyle that is taking people an extreme amount of discipline to get. You want to come up overnight. Y'all want relationship goals that it take people to mind their mouth, communicate, be submissive to their man, be a leader to their family, their woman, actually be a provider and shit. Y'all want these type of relationship goals and money success without any other work, and it don't work like that. It ain't coming. Then when I go to saying this, y'all get so upset. Some of you motherfuckers, you're going to be broke, lost, underwater, in your feelings to the day you fucking die. Ain't nothing else coming, bitch, if you don't create it for yourself. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Until you get esteem about self, no one's coming to make you feel better about self. I'm just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. I be doing Zooms on management of emotions, multiple streams of income, like actually shit that's gonna help y'all elevate your life, goal setting, communicating in relationships, stuff that you motherfuckers know your mother who birthed you didn't even teach you. She don't even know. Some of y'all in toxic parenting cycles as 30, 40, 50-year-old adults. A lot of y'all in the urban community, you going through as a woman the factors of your mother being jealous of you as a young woman. Some of y'all dudes, the woman that's hurting you the most in your life is your mama. Then some of y'all, you got emotional and mental issues, and your elders is actually giving you good game. Your ass just too off up here to connect the dots and do better. And then some of y'all, you got all the material stuff to make shit look good, but your inner is fucked up. So you still need therapy. You need to face your past traumas. You got stuff wrong with you. This is why you narcissistic and controlling and don't understand roles. Always think everything is about right or wrong. Don't understand balance. This is why y'all can't go on jobs and actually operate from a space of minding your fucking business. This is why you be so intrusive, asking people questions about stuff that don't make you damn fucking dollar or grow your fucking knowledge pool at all. Then y'all raising up little kids and little fuckers growing up to be just like y'all. And yep, I said little fuckers. I don't care nothing about talking about your mama, your grandma, or your badass kids that's going to grow up to be just like you. Lost until you teach them something different. Definitely be drowning mentally, but decided to fuck now. Fucking every day with the devil. Somebody who don't mean you no fucking well because you carefully picked the wrong fucking person. Carefully you pick the wrong, y'all be pursuing hard the wrong person, giving all this loyalty to the wrong person, crying by the wrong person. Half of y'all the wrong person to your damn self. Just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. You got to create standards and discipline, organization, and strategy for yourself, your life, your family unit first before you go out in the world and start trying to tell a man how he's supposed to be a man, or a woman how she's supposed to be a woman, or what y'all need to be doing, or what these niggas need to be doing. You actually got to get right with self. And this ain't all about money and material possessions. It's about actually being happy and fucking sound with yourself, at peace and one with you, being able to quiet your thoughts, manage your emotions, accept what the fuck you're accountable for. Some of y'all, for the life of y'all, you can't just be honest about the shit in your life that you caused. You really believe you a victim of some shit that you ain't. Choose the wrong people, blame the world. Get in the wrong circles, blame everybody else. Stuff happened to you, you played no role in what happened to you, even though you chose to go there, chose to talk to them, chose to speak on this. Ain't none of it your fault. And then some of y'all, to this day, your mama and daddy doing the same shit. So until you go get around some people, places, or things that's gonna show you something different, you forever gonna be that. Some of y'all walk around, I talk about this with women all the time. You be so upset. You see a nice looking woman, whether she got her body done or whatever, you bother. It ain't our fault you can't stay at the Burger King line, bitch. It's not our fault you don't understand that carbs are turned into glucose by your body. So eating all that rice and noodles is just like eating donuts. It's not our fault. That's not our fault. It's not our fault you don't believe in surgery. It's not our fault you had all them babies like a fucking dog giving birth to a litter after litter. That's not our fault. So the fact that your insecurities are protruding out of everything that you say, bitch, you need therapy. Some of y'all dudes, y'all get so upset if a bitch like a nigga that's a different type from you or some shit like that. Now here come the hating remarks about how he look or how much money he got or what he shouldn't be. It's not our fault, bro. You poor as fuck and won't educate yourself. It's a million ways to get $1 and you ain't really trying none of them. You ain't giving no real effort towards none of them and you mad. That ain't our fault. Some of y'all, you walk around mad and in your feelings about everything. It's not our fault that you won't go to therapy for the shit that you going through inside. It's not our fault you don't read no books. It's not our fault you ain't willing to pay for no Zoom. It's not our fault that you picked the baby daddy you picked or the baby. That shit on you. And this is what bothers y'all, that it's on you. Y'all want people to hide how they feel, not celebrate their wins, don't show too much of your body. Why you pulling out all that money? Why she gotta talk like that? Well, I'm saying, why he gotta do that? Everybody kids ain't gonna have. I'm sorry you're bothered by the fact that I'm getting every fucking thing I deserve. Sorry that you sitting around hoping that success gonna drop in your lap based on what you feel like you deserve because you a good person. Good people get fucked over every day in this motherfucking world. People who got boundaries, they demand that people actually earn them. They're actually disciplined with the way that they put their emotions out into the world. They operate from a space of change is important. I need to learn to respond, not react. Process things practically. Like, I'm sorry that this stuff ain't valuable to a lot of y'all. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But the shit be showing. I tell you this all the time. In your comments, in your posts, it shows that you ain't right within. There's something wrong with you. That you mad at us because you fucked a nigga that ain't shit. And you ain't really shit to yourself. That's why you actually sat through a lot of that shit. I'm sorry that you cannot cash out on your trauma stories and your sad stuff. I'm sorry that you struggle to set boundaries with your family members and shit. Which is why you repeating the same cycles as your mom. I'm sorry you don't know enough to go to therapy and get help for that. But you actually take your money and go buy a wig or get your makeup done or spend it on some designer clothes. I'm sorry that those things are more important than getting your mind right. But y'all gotta realize what you can't afford no more. Some of y'all, you at the end of it, bitch. You can't afford to keep doing that same shit. I don't know what to tell you. With that being said, I do have a Zoom coming up this Wednesday. Wait, what day it is before I lie to y'all? What's today's date? Today Tuesday or Wednesday? Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. What's today's date? Y'all save this live. If y'all don't start arguing up under this bitch. What's today's date? Somebody tell me, not today's date, the day of the week. Today Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday. Tomorrow. I have a Zoom tomorrow night at 9:30. When I get off this Zoom, I'm going to post the topic. Get in it if you want to get in it. If you don't see no value in it, I'm sorry. But half the shit I'll be talking about, you will hear it nowhere else. And this is just a fact. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It's the 3rd. It's Tuesday the 3rd. Wednesday the 4th. That's when my next Zoom is. I'm just reading y'all comments, looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. Cool, I got it, y'all. I appreciate it. It's Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday. That's when my Zoom is. That's all I can say is I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. The knowledge out here, the opportunities out here, the space for you to change and discipline yourself, to be honest about what you can and cannot afford to keep doing. All of those things are out here. There is counseling, there is help, there's people you can network with to actually just start doing better for yourself. Or you could just keep doing what you've been doing and tell yourself you all right and keep looking like you all right when you ain't, and you know, stuff gonna go the way it's gonna go. Deja, I appreciate that. You know, it's only few people that's going to admit, because most people will sit on here and arrogantly comment to make it seem like they already knew this stuff, but their life don't look no different than the people knee deep in it, because it really takes like a relentlessness towards your goals and success. It takes an extreme amount of discipline. It takes an extreme amount of willingness and need to change in order to actually be successful. But most people sit and watch other people that are successful and just tell themselves they deserve that without the actual work. And that ain't gonna work out. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday now that I know what day it is. I will see the majority of y'all that, you know, I always see in my Zooms tomorrow, and I'm going to post a Zoom topic when I get off of here. And yes, my Zooms do cost. Every fucking thing I say is valuable enough to pay for. I'm just willing to give X amount of it away for free. And the rest you can pay for it in the Zoom. You don't feel like it, you can't afford it, I'm sorry. What you want me to do? There is a Zoom coming on credit repair, because that is so important. There's so many of us, we don't realize the point of credit overall. We think it's just to be able to get a house or a car or some credit cards. But leveraging credit is something that, especially urban people, we lack the knowledge on, and that shit will change your life for the better. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday.